So we are looking at what skill? Dividing. We're looking at division. And what's the method that we're using with this division?
Multiplication is the opposite.
Well, yeah, multiplication is the opposite of division, and we're using the area model to work on our division. All right, at the top of your page, go ahead and write today's date. This is February 22nd. Yes. All right, our first problem is going to be 42 divided by 3. What is the multiplication problem that I'm going to look at to determine what 42 divided by 3 is? Elena? All right, 3 times a mystery number equals 42. All right, I'm going to use the area model. So where will my 3 go? My 3 will go on the side. Now, what am I going to put up at the top of the box? I don't know yet. That's my mystery number. Now, I'm going to put a 0 over this second box. Why does that 0 go there? That's the tens place. So whatever this number is, because I'm creating a number in expanded form, whatever this number is, it's going to be a tens. All right? Where does my 42 go? It's going to go inside this first box. All right. Which number do I look at to help me start? Which number do I look at? Helena?
You look at the second number and you look at 2?
Nope, I'm going to look at the first. I'm going to look at the first number. All right, so I'm going to start with that first number. All right, and I'm going to think of a multiplication problem. 3 times what number equals 4? Now, will 3 times any number equal 4? No. So what do I need to do? Jalea? I think you are exactly right. Say it a little louder. I'm going to find a number that's close to 4. I'm only worrying about the 4 right now. So I'm going to find a number that I multiply by 3 that gets close to 4. Now, what's the rule? It cannot be over. I have to be under. So let's think. 3 times 1 equals 3. That's pretty close to 4, isn't it? Okay. Where am I going to write this 1?
You're going to write the 1 up there with a 0?
I'm going to write this 1 in front of the 0. So now I'm not multiplying 3 times 1. What am I multiplying? 3 times 10. So what is 10 times 3? 30.
And then you use subtract.
So I write my 30 here, and I'm going to subtract 30 from 42. So 2 minus 0 is 2. 4 minus 3 is 1. All right, where does my 12 go? Jenny? It goes to the ones box. So I'm going to write my 12 here, and I'm going to think, 3 times a mystery number equals 12. Will anything, can I multiply 3 times anything to get 12, Ray?
4.
What is it?
4.
4. Yeah, I asked Ray. All right, where am I going to write that 4, Angel? Not under the 12. Where will the 4 go? On the top, because that's what I'm multiplying. Because I'm building my expanded 4 model. Okay, now I'm going to multiply 4 times 3.
That's 12.
All right, Jaslyn, when I subtract 12 from 12, do I get a remainder? I do not. All right. So what is 42 divided by 3? 14. Because 3 times 14 equals 42.
I looked on the multiplication sheet on the 2, and I had said that 12 equals 24.
Okay. All right. 72 divided by 4 equals a mystery number. All right, Jeremiah, what is the multiplication problem that I'm going to use to help me figure this out? Okay, 4 times a mystery number equals 72. So now I have to find my mystery number. How am I going to do that? Okay, I'm going to put the 4 on this side. I'm going to put a 0 up here because that's my place value. This is where my mystery number is going to be built. Where do I put the 72? In the box. All right. Which number do I start with, Taraji? If I'm trying to work this out, which number am I going to start looking at in the 72? Nope, I'm going to start with the first one. I'm going to start with the 7. I'm thinking about the tens digit. I want to look at the tens. All right. So I'm thinking to myself, well, 4 times a mystery number, I want to get as close to 7 as possible. Is there a mystery number that I can multiply by 4 to get to 7? Yeah, okay. Will 4 times anything equal 7? No, okay.
21 divided by 3?
I'm not at 21 divided by 3. I'm looking at 4 times a mystery number that will equal 7. So something I can multiply by 4 to get to 7. 4 times 1 is 4. What will happen if I do 4 times 2? It will be 8. So which one do I want to use? Because 8 is closer to 7.
4 times 2.
Oh, I can't go over. Good job. So I have to use the 4 times 1. So I'm going to write the 1 at the top. All right. What place value am I working here? What place value is that? That's the 10. So it's 10 times 4. What is 10 times 4? 4. All right. I'm going to subtract 40 from 72. Now move this 32 over. All right. Now I'm going to think. 4 times a mystery number equals 32. What is it?
8.
Where will my 8 go?
Right on top, by the 10.
Okay, at the top of the box. 8 times 4 equals 32. Do I have a remainder?
No.
Okay, so 4 times what number equals 72?
18.
So 72 divided by 4 equals 18. Right? What? I did not. I'm just using the math book to get problems because there are lots of different ways that you can approach this division. There are lots of different processes you can use to solve these problems. And what your book does is it teaches about 4 of them. And my experience has been that if you spend 1 day each on 4 different methods to learn how to do long division, guess how many methods you're really going to know? 0. Because I want you to think about it. When we started this Friday, because this is our 2nd day on this, we started this Friday. How many people feel like after Friday you could have taken a test on this? Maybe 1 or 2 of you. But if we keep doing these problems just like this, how many think by this Friday you'll be able to take a test on it? Yeah, I think we'll do much better. So we're not really using the math books. I'm just using it because I have a hard time coming up with numbers on the fly. So, all right. Now throw a bigger number at you.
I remember doing a number like this last Friday.
Oh, did we already do this one?
Yeah, we did that one yesterday.
Oh.
No, we did that Friday.
Okay.
Can we do it?
I can get a new one.
Can we just change the number like
Yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm changing the numbers.
and you can still have that 4 right there.
So I'm going to change to a different number. All right, 477 divided by 9. Jeremiah? All right, so Cody, as I try to build my mystery number, where will the 9 go? The 9 goes on the side of the box. Where does the 477 go? Yep, inside the first box. And then what else do I need to add? I think I hear, shh. I think I hear you. What do I need to add? The 0 on top of the first box. Why is this 0 there?
Because the nose.
Hey, let Cody answer. Why is the 0 there? Because it's the 10 spot, and I want to make sure that that number is a 10s digit. Now, which numbers, Jaslyn, which number am I going to look at when I look at this 477? I don't want to start looking at the whole number, so what do I want to look at? I'm going to look at the first 2 digits, which really, that's 47 tens, right? 477 has 47 tens in it. So I'm looking at the tens. I'm looking at these first two digits. And I'm thinking to myself, Charlie, what am I thinking to myself? Okay, what times 9 would equal 47? Well, will anything times 9 equal 47? No, it will not. So I have to get close. Janira, what are you going to start with? 9 times? Okay, so I'm going to try 9 times 5. What is 9 times 5? 45. Is that as close as I can get to 47 without going over? I think so. Where will I put the 5? I'm going to put it on top next to the 0.
So it will be 50.
So it's
47 times.
So I'm looking at 50, and what will I do? I have to multiply my 50 times 9. What is 50 times 9? 450. And I know this because I would multiply the 9 zeros. 9 times 5 is 45, and I would bring my 0 down. Okay, so now I need to subtract. I'm going to let Jaden subtract because I haven't heard from him yet today. All right, Jaden. All right, good. What do I do with this 27? I'm going to move it on over. All right, now, Madison, what am I thinking to myself? I'm thinking what? 9 times a mystery number equals 27. Is there a mystery number there that will make that statement true? Nine times what number equals 27? Three. Okay. Where does the 3 go? Top. All right. I'm going to multiply my 3 times 9. What is 3 times 9? It's 27. Do I have a remainder? Question, Angel? Okay. All right. Okay, but that 0 on top is really important. So you might have to make some room. All right, let's do. You're gonna do one more with me, and then I'm gonna give you 2 to work on your own. Let's see. 219 divided by 3. Just 1 second. I'm going to let everybody get a chance to write down the problem. All right, Helena, what is the multiplication problem I'm thinking about?
3 times a mystery number that equals 219.
219. Good. All right, Chloe, help me set this up.
And then you put your 219 in the box. And then you put your 0 at the top. And then 3.
What number am I going to start looking at?
The 10s.
I'm going to look at the tens. There's 21 tens, right? All right. So I'm thinking about my threes. 3 times a mystery number is going to give me 21 tens. It's 3 times the mystery number is going to give me 21. Elena? 3 times 7. Okay. So where does my 7 go, Elena? Go at the top. All right, so now I'm going to multiply 3 times 70. Charlie, when I multiply 3 times 70, what do I get? And if you need to write it in your box, you can. So 3 times 7 is 21, and I'll bring down my 0. Turn it. Okay, then I'm going to subtract. Ray, what do I have left over? Good. What do I do with that 9? Okay. Jeremiah, what do I do next? You're writing this down as we write this down, right? So you can look on your paper? No. Janira, sometimes I ask a rhetorical question. And that means that I want you to think. It's a question designed to make you think, not something that I want an answer to. Sometimes I ask a rhetorical question that I already know the answer to. All right. So what multiplication problem am I thinking about, Jeremiah? I need 3 times, because this is the answer, right? Because when I'm doing my multiplication, I would multiply this number times this number to get here, right? So I want to see 3 times what equals 9. 3 times 3, so I'll write my 3 up here. And do my multiplication. Do I have anything left over?
No. I'm going to stop using it.
Oh, what's the answer here? 73. Okay, who says, Miss Duke, I still don't get this? All right, so tell me where you're lost. Tell me which step you don't understand, because I don't get this. Doesn't give me anywhere to start, right? So we understand we've got the division problem written down, yes? Okay, do you understand that I can turn a division problem into a multiplication problem? Okay? Do you understand why I put the 3 here and the 0 here? Okay. So if I were doing a multiplication problem, right? If I'm doing a multiplication problem, and let's say I'm multiplying 3 times 73, right? Okay? And I wanted to solve this multiplication problem. What is the method that we've used to solve this multiplication problem? What's step 1? I'm going to draw my box. Okay? Jaslyn and Angel, you remember drawing our box when we're multiplying, yes? Angel, do you remember? Okay? And then, what am I going to do? What's the next part? Angel, what's the next part? Well, I don't start out by multiplying. Step 1 is what? Draw my box and do what? I'm going to put the numbers in expanded form. Okay, 3 is just going to go on the side because there's no expanded form for that. It's already in expanded form. What is 73 in expanded form? 70 plus 3. Well, they're the two that said they didn't get anything. So I'm going step by step. I'm going step by step. All right, well, I'm going step by step. So if you don't understand it, that's good too, because I'm going step by step and explaining why we're doing it this way, why we're setting it up this way. All right, what is my next step if I'm multiplying? So I've drawn my box, I've written my numbers in expanded form. What's the next step? I'm going to multiply the parts. So I'm going to multiply 3 times 70, and I'm going to multiply 3 times 3. Okay, thumbs up if we're still good. All right, so when I multiply 3 times 70, what do I get?
21, and then you add that 0.
Okay, 3 times 7 is 21, and then I bring down my 0, so that's 210. All right, and then I multiply 3 times 3, and I get 9. And then what's the last part for my multiplication problem?
You add your parts.
I'm going to add my... All right. So my last part in the multiplication is I would add the parts. So when I add 210 plus 9, I get 219, and I get 3 times 73 equals 219. So, yes.
The only thing I really don't get on this paper is like the bottom one and the right, the bottom down there, it's a number.
Okay. So when I am working a division problem, I am working it like a backwards multiplication problem because that's what it is, right? Division is backwards multiplication. It's the opposite of multiplication. So when I do the division problem, Janira, question? No. When I do the division problem, all right, I have the number that goes on the side, and I have the number that goes inside the box. I have to find the number that goes on top, is what I'm looking for. So I start with my tens. Right here, 219, if I write it in expanded form, with just tens and ones, it would be 210 plus 9, right? So that's where I'm getting to. So I look at these first two numbers. Now, I'm just looking at this 21. I want to know what I multiply 3 times to get to 21. That's where I get the numbers down here, Helena. Is I have to multiply, because I'm looking for this 21. So I'm going to multiply 3 times, in this case, 7 equals 21. So, if remember, I'm building my multiplication problem backwards. So, I'm going to put the 7 up here with the 0, so now that's 70. So, I'm multiplying 70 times 3 to get my 210. I'm going to subtract that from the 219. And I'm going to come over and get the 9. Okay? Now, my numbers at the bottom, I need to multiply a number up here times this number over here. I know this number over here, and my answer should come to this. So it's the number up here that I don't know yet, times the number over here that I do to get the number in here. That's the numbers on the bottom that I'm writing. So in this case, it's 3 times a mystery number equals 9. Well, I know that 3 times 3 equals 9. So that's where I get 3 times 3 equals 9. All right. Does that help? Okay, pretty sure that is. All right. So let's look at 224 divided by 7. Right? Remember, I want to look at this as building a multiplication problem. So, Jaslyn, what is the multiplication problem that I'm going to build? Good. 7 times a mystery number equals 224. So, Angel, how am I going to set this up? All right. All right. So, Zanaya, what's my next step? Okay, because I'm looking at these first two numbers. All right, so I think 7 times 3 equals 21 because nothing times 7 will equal 22. So I'm going to get as close as I can without going over. So I'm going to do the 7 times 3. So I'm going to put my 3 up here. right, Ray, what will I do next? What am I subtracting? Okay, what do I need to do first? Okay, I need to multiply to get this 30 times 7, right? What is 30 times 7? And I can write it down at the bottom if I need if to help me visualize it. So I have 3 times 7 is 21. And bring over my 0. Because remember, I'm building my multiplication problem backwards. So this is the multiplying all the parts. So now I'm going to write my 210 here. And now, Ray, what am I going to do? I'm going to subtract. All right, so I have 14 left over, so let's move that 14 to the ones column. And now I'm thinking what, Chloe? Seven times a mystery number equals 14. So what's my mystery number? So I put my 2 up here. I think 2 times 7 equals 14. Do I have a remainder? Okay. So 7 times what number will equal 224? Okay, so 224 divided by 7 is 32. All right. I want you to do this one on your own.